Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host.
You know, when you go up there to Sybil Brand and them because then she done gained her weight back. But once she hit that street and start smoking, she gonna be back to her old ways.
So if you're up in the hotel with her smoking, she's already...
Right. She's done. But now, if you caught her as soon as she left the program, you good. But once she been on them streets for a minute, ain't no good. I done seen a girl sucking a dog's dick for dope.
Why would somebody have her to do that?
Because they balling and people don't believe what certain people will do for dope, and you videotape it. This was at a house where there's a bunch of ballers, and a lot of ballers come there to get dope, and this guy said, man, watch this and videotape. Give her a little piece of dope and watch what she do. But you know what the dude told me? He said it messed his dog up psychologically, because he said his dog don't want to no more. I know women do.
But that's what he said.
Yeah, so I know women do some hell of a things, man, for some dope, and you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past them, you know. This broad was so skinny, man, she would have on like a little helmet and a little like
what kind of helmet?
Like a motorcycle helmet, right? And a jumpsuit that fit body tight. And I used to call her a little Power Ranger.
And she was smoking.
Yeah, because she looked just like a Power Ranger with that helmet on.
Because she was driving the little motorcycle.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, man.
In the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. I had made a video at one time of all the smokers too. This guy named Slim, and asked him why you smoke dope and take a hit while we on camera and, you know, all type. This is when one of the periods when I had stopped, because I stopped certain periods and started selling and then go back, you know, like that. I went through it. I smoked dope in New York City in the projects because I was a long-haul truck driver. Me and this Indian guy we was going to New York. And once we got to New York, if you know anything about truck drivers, once they drop the trailer, they got to wait to be reloaded before they can leave. And in between loads, it might be 8 hours. So in between that downtime, we rode around in the city. So during that period...
Was he smoking?
It's the stuff called loads that he was taking that give you a heroin high. He wasn't smoking cocaine. I was smoking cocaine. We met a girl in New Jersey at the time. This is when they had the leather coats with the fur around the hood. We met a girl in New Jersey that took us to these projects in New Jersey where she said, police don't even come in here. And I'm walking, holding her hand, and she's...
And you gonna go in there?
I'm in there with her.
And the police won't go in there.
Police don't go in there. He's on the outside.
And you was brave enough to go in there?
I'm sprung. I'm smoking dope.
Man.
Look, I done been on the side of town over there where Bill and Goose was. Man, they was killing people every night before. So this shit
Who was killing them?
Them Bloods over there on the other side of Central. They was killing folks, man. Am I lying, Bunchy? Shit, they was killing people, man.
Were they gangbangers or something?
People, I guess, who wasn't a Blood or whatever. Herb and them's brother, they killed him at the liquor store on 88th and Central, right across the street from the fish market. He wasn't from over there. They caught him coming up out that store and downed him. So it was Johnny Mack, another one, Al's brother.
So they didn't care if you was banging or not.
No. I guess if they had something,
at that time they
right?
Was doing
it was at that time. If you were somebody that they didn't know or was in that area or they whatever, you know, then your time would be up. Matter of fact,
and you still was running around.
Yeah.
You didn't care?
I guess I cared, but shit, I'd been in some close situations where, you know, guns didn't, I'd been shot at, stabbed, some grass shears, pit bull had locked on my hand.
How did that happen?
What, the pit bull?
Yeah.
I went in the yard trying to buy some dope, and I didn't know the dog was loose, and the dog hit me. You know when the dog jump up at your face and you go up the block? He hit my hand right here. So he's on my hand, and I'm looking him in the face, and I'm calling the guy Touche to come get his dog. So I know the most sensitive part of a dog is his nose. So I grab his nose and try to twist his nose off, try to tear it off, and he let go. So now I step back where he can't reach me on the chain, but I'm looking for a shovel because I'm going to chop his damn head off. You know, because I told Touche, I said, man, I didn't know your dog was loose. I'm going to chop his damn head off because me dealing with Bear and his dogs, I was never afraid of dogs. I don't care how vicious you are. See, a dog keys in on fear. When you fear a dog, he knows it, see? And when you don't fear a dog, he knows it too. But when you scared, other people might not know you scared, but that dog know you scared. That's why the police use him, because your body emits a certain scent when you got fear. That's why the police use them. See, but I ain't scared of your ass, because I know what I'm going to do, you know?
Man.
But that's how it went down.
You just was out there, man.
Yeah, I was out there, man. I was way out there, man. Way out there. I would throw a brick through a window on the main street and grab the TV and run off with it.
Damn.
You know, but I never would beg or, you know, none of that crazy, you know, that small time. I hit a lick, man. I was hitting licks for 8,000.
Is that right?
Yeah, I hit another lick for 4,000. I had all fur coats, leather hats, leather coats. I hit another lick for any type of soda you want. I had Pepsi, Coke, 7-Up. I had broken Hooper Mark and knocked all the sodas from the store, you know. I hit a Frito-Lay truck. I had Doritos, mixed nuts, peanuts, whatever Frito-Lay make, I had it. You know.
You were just scoping stuff out.
Man, I was knocking shit. I was scoping stuff out. I was stealing shit. Not no $10 shit or $5 shit. When I hit a lick, it's gonna be at least 50 to 200 or 300 or 1,000. You know.
So when you made your mind up, this is it. You ain't went back.
I ain't went back. Nope, I ain't went back. I think about it at times when I feel a little weakness or when a trauma or something, but I think, what would it be like? It's going to be worse. It's not going to be better. You know, you will forget about it for a minute, but it's going to make things worse. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to have less money. You know what I'm saying? So why go there? I know within myself I can't deal with it. If I know I'm an alcoholic, if I'm going to have that one drink and I'm cool, then yeah. But if I know I'm going to take so many drinks where I'm going to be a falling down drunk, I ain't doing it, because I know myself. And if you know yourself, you limit yourself to what you do. If you know something you doing going to make you act different than what you normally act, you know.
But you're 73 now.
Right. Today, I just turned 73 today.
No medication.
No medication. No high blood pressure. No diabetes. Nothing.
So how do you think, through all that you've been through, and God done kept you 73 years?
I'm blessed. I'm really blessed, man, because everything that I've done to my body and that I've done to myself, and for me not to be messed up for us physically and emotionally and mentally, I'm blessed, you know, and monetarily, I'm blessed.
No cane.
No cane. My knee hurts every now and then. I got a video when I'm skating with a walker or whatever, but I'm blessed, and, you know, I can still get at a female like it ain't nothing. Matter of fact, I'm better at it now. You know
Is
why?
that right? Why?
Yeah, because if you think about it, I tell them, I used to get at so many females and get shot down, right? I keep a parachute with me. So I don't mind getting shot down. But in the process of getting shot down, you learn things. You know?
When they reject you.
Right. When they reject, you learn things. You learn there's a certain time you approach, there's certain things you say, there's certain ways you approach. See, I know all women are curious, right? If you tell a woman that you're trying to get at, you know what? I heard something about you. What you hear? They want to know, what did you hear? See what I'm saying? That's how I met this girl. I ain't heard shit, but I told her that. And so when they come at, well, what'd you hear? I come back, well, what did you do? And some of them tell on themselves, and you carry it right from there. And that's what happened with me and her. I hadn't heard shit about her, but I told her, well, I heard something about you. Oh, what'd you hear? You hear I was a hoe, you hear I was this, you hear I was that. Now, well, what'd you do? And then, oh, well, I did it. And then you take the conversation from that. So I met a lot of females like that. Man, I had a female that was in a movie that I knocked down when I was boxing. You ever seen this movie called Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, where they robbing a bank? One of the bank tellers in there, I knocked her down.
How did you do that?
I met her at the gym when I was boxing. She's from New York. This girl named Amy
But you know, if
LeBit.
a woman come up in the gym, bro, and you over there, you know, body looking tight and
Well,
over there.
but me and her, the way I started talking to her, me and her wound up going to Venice Beach. She had an apartment in Hollywood, and we go back to the apartment, and I knock it down. That's how I met her.
But she met you at the gym.
Right. At the boxing gym.
What was she doing at the gym?
It's a lot of women go to the gym that like to see how fighters fight. And this was at a time. You ever heard of this fighter called Female Ali? Female Ali. It was a fighter, a woman named
not Muhammad Ali's daughter.
No, it was a lady that was a professional boxer. Her name was Female Ali in the boxing game. They had another bald-head sister named Lady Tiger that used to wear tiger trunk. They had another sister named Ann Wolf. And man, this sister was bad.
Was she bad?
Oh man, this sister whooped brothers' ass. She had a fighter named James Kirkland that fought Canelo, right? And was on Canelo's ass until Canelo stopped him. Canelo will tell you right now, James Kirkland hit him harder than any other fight he ever had in his life. But his trainer was this girl named Ann Wolf. If you look at some of her old fights, the way she was fighting, man, she was bad. She was bad. I mean, she would whoop most men. That Sugar Ray Robinson, that boxing, she was bad, man, and hit hard. Beating white girls' ass, left and right. So yeah, they had a lot of lady female fighters and women that just come in the gym, you know, to get in shape and, you know, try to learn how to punch and stuff like that, you know, and stuff like that. I had some girls that I met at World on Wheels skating range that they told me, oh, I want to box. I said, girl, you too fine to try to box. No, I want to box. Muhammad Ali's daughter boxed. I said, yeah, but look who her father is. And so I took them to the 108th and Broadway, and as soon as they broke their fingernail, oh, I can't do this. I know you can't because you too damn fine.
So let me ask you a question. A lot of guys, when they smoking, they like to take a broad with them and get high.
A strawberry.
So they're all strawberry.
Right.
So
I didn't know. Not because something else about getting high. It shrivels your dick up too.
well, some of them act like they, you know, they knocking it down.
Yeah, you could, because once it do get hard, it's going to take a long time to come. Once it do, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about me, I'm not attracted to the initial female that's like that unless she ain't all smoked out and skinny. Her feet got to be clean. They got to be, toes got to be done. When you see some toes hanging off the side.
So are there a lot of fine smoking women?
No. I mean, it is, but you have to be in the right environment to encounter them. You can't be in the hood and encounter them unless they just got out. You got to be up there in Beverly Hills, one of them exclusive areas, because they the smokers that got money. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to sell no microwave at 2 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they got money. They'll kill themselves first by smoking dope. So that means they don't let their body get run down. They feet are still done. They still clean. You see what I'm saying? Now, them kind of smokers, yeah. But you got to be in that environment to meet them.
So what's making these guys,
these
guys, because you hear through the grapevine, they get to smoking, and they start acting all funny.
For his flip-flopping?
Man, funny, man.
Well, sir, because that was already in their nature. It's a lot of guys that got in their nature. You know what I'm saying? Because, they say we born with both chromosomes, but some people is leaning, even though you're a male and you got a dick, your chromosomes is leaning more toward the female.
So when they start getting high,
right,
and they start
feeling that female tendency come out.
Right, something.
Right.
It's just like, you know, you hear somebody that, man, they start doing
Right. The girl that I'm with, her, this guy that she messed with, he's like that. He's kind of flip-flopping.
When he get high.
No, period.
Well,
even when he don't get high.
These dudes are getting high because when they ain't high, they want to knock somebody out.
Right. Well, you know what, man? In the pen, they had a guy that was a homosexual. I heard this story, and I heard he would knock you out and suck your dick. And I asked the guy, well, what happened if you wake up while he's sucking your dick? And he said, well, you just lay there and act like you still knocked out. He's finished. You know, he's finished. And so the guy, this is with 22-inch arms, that'll tell you, I'm homosexual, I ain't no punk. In other words, there's a difference. A punk, you can punk him, but I'm a homosexual, I'll beat your ass. He be on the iron power, hitting all the quarters, with some Kool-Aid on his lips. You know?
And this is real.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. They got buff in the pen that lift weights. That'll tell you, yeah, I'm homosexual. I'll beat your ass. I'm not no punk. See, it's a difference, you know? It's a difference.
Woo!
Yeah, so, yeah, man, it's a difference. That's it.
What?
Either he gonna you or he gonna stab you or you gonna stab him. You see what I'm saying?
It's that serious.
That's that serious. Once you get to the pen, you think it ain't serious? You hear about how many be dying up in there? If you get there, ain't no guarantee you going home. You can have one to life. That don't mean you going home. Because when the shit go down, if you don't get down, guess what? Your own people gonna get you. Or you gonna PC up to the Punk City yard.
Do you think most guys get tried when they go in?
Yeah. If they don't, then it's going to come a situation where they will be tried. And if they don't pass the test, they're going to PC up. They're going to move to that Punk City yard, that protective custody.
You know, because guys go in and you just be wondering, do you just go through there and don't nobody ever test you?
I guess it depends on the person. If you one of them guys that talk a lot of shit and, I'm this and that, somebody might test you. Because when you in that bullpen, when you get busted, right? And you're in that bullpen and you get sentenced, you going to the pen. It's somebody in that bullpen with you that's going to the same prison, right? And if you talking that shit once you get to the pen, oh yeah, I was this, I was that, and you forget that guy that was in the bullpen with you that came from the county with you, remember how you was acting in the county, and he pulled your car and say, no, homie, remember they punked you in the county. They took your shit in the county. He gonna tell all that shit in the pen. Now they gonna punk you in the pen because you lying.
So pretty much if they go, they gotta get with the rest of their homeboys. So none of this stuff go down.
If you start lying about what you did or how much time you did or where you been, they gonna get your ass. You know why? Because why are you lying? Because you scared. See, that's why people's lying. Because they scared, because they done heard them stories. Don't drop the soap. They gonna stab you. You know what I'm saying? So they scared. So that's why they lying. But if you lying, it's somebody that been there that's gonna pull your card. And they gonna tell you, that nigga's lying. And you lying because you scared. And then they gonna get your ass. See? That's how they get out. So just because you in the holding cell, in the court tank or whatever, is somebody that's going with you to the pen. If you get sentenced to the pen in Norwalk or whatever, somebody else is going there too. And they know what you did or what you got sentenced for or whatever. And if you lying about it, it's going to follow you.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to follow you.
You went to jail the second time. How much time did you do?
I got 36 months.
You did all 36?
Yeah, I did. No, I did 3 years. I did 3 years and got released a little bit early, for the
that's
good time.
For breaking in.
Right, for commercial burglary and assault on a police dog. But the assault on a police dog was I won it on appeal because, like I said, they couldn't prove that I heard them saying it was a police dog. I told them I didn't know it was a police dog. All I saw was a dog coming at me, trying to bite me, so I defended myself. Because if the dog bites you and you not, even if you are guilty, if the dog bites your arm and hits the nerve, you are crippled from now on. Or if Or if you beat the case and the dog bites you and your arm is crippled, now what? You just walking around with a crippled arm. You beat the case, but the dog still bit you. So you can't unbite that arm. Mm-hmm. So instead of you biting me, I got something for your ass. Mm. You know, you ain't biting me. I'll come out, but you ain't biting me. See what I'm saying? If you bite me, I'm going to kill your ass. I'm going to knock all your grill out.
And after you got out during that time,
right?
No more going back.
No more going back. No more because it's people that go to the pen, go back and forth, never parole. Never parole. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean never get off parole?
Right, never get off parole because they go back and forth. Yeah, no, I discharged, man. I was fucking up a lot of times during the discharge, but once I discharged, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I went back to jail for that shit out in Riverside, you know, but I didn't get on parole, and it was a blessing, you know, for me to go. The girl that I met and that I said I made that statement to, what did you do? And she told me, me and her hooked up. But I met another girl at the skating ring, a sister. Now, this girl that I asked, what did you do? She was a white girl, right? Mm-hmm. And if you know, any sister hate to see a brother with a white girl. I don't care how fine the white girl is or how much money, a sister hate that, right? So I met a sister at World on Wheel skating ring. So I'm kind of attracted. So I tell the white girl, I got to relocate you to Riverside where your mama and them live. You know what I'm saying? And so she moved back out there. She was kind of hurt or whatever, but I ain't into hurting people's feelings. So she moved back out there, and I'm sneaking back and forth out there visiting. So on one of my visits, I get this white boy some money to go get me a sack of weed. Mm-hmm. But they tell me, you know, he's on that shit, he might run off. And I told him, man, you can't fuck me but one time or whatever. Don't run. Oh, man, I ain't. And he ran off. So when I caught him, I knocked his ass out. And by me knocking him out, I had to go to jail out there. They tried to give me 8 years.
In Riverside?
Yeah, in Riverside, because Riverside is different from L.A. What I did out there would have been a DA reject in L.A., right? But since he was white and he went to the hospital because I broke his jaw, I hit him in the jaw, but his nose broke too. I don't know how it happened, but he went to the hospital. But anyway, wow. They tried to give me 8 years for that shit. I negotiated it down to 90 days. So once I negotiated down, I said, give me some time to turn myself in. I rented the house out I had in L.A., and soon as I got off from doing the 90 days, I found a job I wasn't even looking for that was paying $20 an hour under the table.
So you rented the house out?
I rented the house that I lived in, that I told a white girl she got to shake the spot, that I'm living in.
Who owned the house?
Me, I owned the house.
When did you buy a house?
My mama, it's the house my mama and them used to own.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. A lot of people
never sold it?
Never sold it. People thought I was going to sell it because I was on dope.
Because they tried to buy it.
Right, and all that. No, I ain't going out.
But did they try to buy
it? Yeah, they did.
And you didn't give in?
No, I didn't give in.
Thank God.
No, because I know I'm trying to accumulate, not liquidate.
No, thank God.
Man. Yeah, see, I may look dumb, see what I'm saying? But I got more sense than to sell some shit that I might need later on.
You ain't lying, man.
See what I'm saying? A lot of our people, how is our black people going to accumulate wealth if we don't own something in this world? You see what I'm saying?
You know what's the craziest part? They'll own it, and then they'll get on dope and end up selling it for...
Right, because they not thinking.
You know.
See, if you own dope and you get so desperate where you gonna sell it, don't sell it, take out a loan. You know what I'm saying? But don't take out so much where you can't pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Or don't, as a matter of fact, if you own drugs...
they don't even take out nothing.
Right, well, if you own drugs, that's right. If you own drugs, don't take it. That's why I didn't.
You know?
See what I'm saying? I didn't take out nothing. And like I said, I found a job in Riverside. I ain't been back since. I mean, for us to live. I come back to collect my rent.
You still out there?
I'm still out there. I met a Mexican guy out there, man, that got paper. That I work at a weed shop now. Well, I ain't got to buy no weed. I make $150 a day, smoke up all the weed I want to, sit around, eat, watch TV, and, you know, and flirt with girls, you know, so... and get paid straight under the table.
And then come up here and pick up the rent.
Come up here and pick up the rent, stack it up, and do what I want to do.
You don't want to come back to L.A.?
Not really. Ain't shit out here.
It's pretty cool up that way?
Oh, yeah, man. There's more females. There's a lot more chill, There's things to do out there, I come out here to kick it with the homeboys, Chris, Eric, and whenever they have something, Brian is having a party, he's in the hospital. I come out here and see Bill.
Having a party and be in the hospital.
I mean, before he had a party, before he went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Come out here to see his brother Bill over at the store and stuff like that. And all my great-grandkids is out here. I got great-grandkids and grandkids, and shit out here. So, but I come back here and I look, it's like when you come back to the forest and you look in, you say, damn, I was involved in all that chaos and didn't even know it because it seems so normal.
That's true.
Every day.
That's true.
And you don't realize it till you step away and look back and say, damn.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at the effect that it has on the people that's still caught up in it and how old and breezy it's making them look. And you think, damn, they look beat up and they look worn. I'm glad I got out of this. Because I might, what I'm saying? But when you in it, you can't tell.
Yeah, that's right.
It ain't till you step away. And so right now, like I say, it was a blessing. I went out there on vacation and wound up on probation.
Wow. And knocked this man out.
Right, knocked his ass out. He was one of them white boys all tatted up that run with brothers out there. The brothers out there in Riverside is different than the brothers out here. They call the police and shit out there. One of the brothers out there, the white boy, when I first got into it with him, I was finna throw him off a second-story balcony. And the brother told me, oh, Moon, leave him alone. I said, hey, man, check this out, man. I said, are you gonna pay the money he owed me? He said, no. I said, okay, well, you don't tell me who to leave alone. I said, if me and him get into it again and you involve yourself, I'm going to take off on you too. So don't tell me if you ain't willing to pay what he owed me, And all right. So, I didn't have no more problem out of him.
Man.